Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? In this video, we are going to build a recipe app using Redux Haga middleware. So, this is a small recipe app in which we are going to return the top 10 recipe. So as you can see that by default it's showing chicken recipe. So we have a 10 different recipe of chicken here, and you can see by clicking on this icon, so you will get a ingredient, and you can also close this one, and likewise you can also see the ingredient of each item, getting all this recipe with the help of this recipe search API. So we are using a third party recipe search API. So you have to just sign up on this link. So once you sign up, you will land into this page, and since we are using free version, so in this video we are just going to use a free version. So in that case only you can make a 10 request per minute. So that's enough for this video. Exactly this is what we need. 10 request is enough for us to build this recipe app, and you can get all the URL and API key in the documentation. So if you go to documentation, you will find the recipe app API. So here we are using older version, and in older version if you go down, so you need this link. So we are using this link, and you're also wondering about how we can get your app ID and your app key. So in order to get this your app ID and app key, so first just copy this URL somewhere else, like in notepad, so that we can use later once we start building the application. And to get your app ID and your app key, we need to go here, get an API key. Now once you click on this, you have to click on view. So this is our app ID and this is our application ID. So I hope you have got all this app ID and application ID. So let's back to our application. So this is very small application, and it's returning the top 10 recipe item of a particular recipe. So by default it's returning the item of chicken. Now if I give another food items, like let's give the grapes, and if I click on search, it will return the it will return the top 10 item related to the grapes. So this all API calling is going with the help of Redux Haga. So you can see that we have used a Redux Haga here, and we are getting all the recipe in our state. So this is the recipe state, and inside that we have a hits, and inside hits we have all top 10 recipe for a particular item, the item which we have searched. So this is the overall application demo. So if you haven't subscribed my channel, then please subscribe this channel. You can also join my Facebook page. So link is available in the description. You can click the link to join my Facebook as well. So let's go into the directory and create a starter application. So I'll be go into my directory here, and I will open a terminal here. So and I will create a React application using npx create React app, and the application name will be like recipe app Redux. So we are using Redux Haga here. So you will get an idea how you can integrate a Redux Haga into your React application. So this will be a kind of introductory video on Redux Haga integration in a React application. So let's wait for the package installation because it will take 5 to 10 minutes to install all the necessary dependency. So I'll be back once it install all the dependency. So guys, dependency installation is complete. So I'll be go into this project. So that is recipe app Redux. So now I am on my project folder, and before doing an npm start I will install some packages that required to build this recipe app. So I will install React Redux Haga middleware, then Redux logger in order to see the previous and next state of an application. Then we need access to make the HTTP request with our third-party API. Then in this project we are also using Material UI, so we need to install Material UI as well. So Material UI core and Material UI icons. So this much dependency is required in this project, and meanwhile package is installing, I will open this project in Visual Studio Code. So I'll be opening this project in Visual Studio Code. So guys, I have opened the project in Visual Studio Code. So go to the app.js, and I am going to just remove this one, and I'll just going to give one heading recipe app, and I am going to change the background color. So I am just going to give a background color here, background, and the color will be like DFF5 F5. So this will be our background color. Now we can start the application, and let's also check our package is installed or not. So our all package is installed now. So let's do a npm start here only. So I have started the application. So let's wait for the application start into a browser, and meanwhile I will create one folder that is called Redux, in which we are going to set up our all in which we are going to set up the Redux architecture. So inside Redux folder will be having a action types. So action types.js, then we will having a one reducer.js, then we will having a one Haga, because we are using Redux Haga in this project. So let's create that file as well. Then we need store, and one more file is required, that is called api.js, and one more file root reducer. And we are going to write all the component code in our app.js itself. So in app.js only we are going to write all the component logic. And let's see the application is started or not. So let's give yes, because my demo application is running on port 3000, so I have to use a different code. And I have also opened this application in order to get a reference. So let's wait for this. And meanwhile, in material UI, we are going to use some components. So first I will be using text field. So text field component we have to use, and let's first copy this one, and so in app.js, so let's copy that input field here. So I'll be just copying here, and we are going to use the last input field here. So I'll be remove this first two, and we don't need the label here, and we need also this style, and I'll go to the VS Code, and I will push style out of this functional component, and this one will be we need. So copy this one and paste it here, and I am also going to increase this width of input field. So I'll be using this one, and we can also take a look into a browser. So okay, we need to import this text field. So let's import that text field. So I'll be again going to the material UI. I'll be just copying these two things. I'll be paste here. We don't need logo here. So let's go into browser, refresh it. So now we are getting our input field. Now we need a button here. So in order to get button, we need to again visit material UI, and in material UI I am going to use this button. So let's open this one, and I'm going to use this button, and I'll be just paste over here, and the button name will be the search, and let's go into browser. Okay, so before going into browser we also need button import. So let's import the button, only button. Now just paste it here. Now let's go into browser, and you can see that we need to do some little bit of styling on this button. So I'll be doing a inline style over here. So width, and this one I'm going to give a 50 pixel. So let's give. So now we are getting a proper button here. So we are done with this input field now. So the next thing I wanted to do a hit up Redux Haga in our application. So first let's start with the action type. So action type will be like export const fetch recipe start. So this will be our action type, and I'll be just copy this one, and this will be a success. So on success it will return the top 10 recipe. Then there will be a fail. So only this 3 types required. And now come to the API part, and in API part we need this URL. So go to this one. So we have to go to the API developer portal, and you have to click on documentation, and you have to click on research, not research, recipes search API. And I am using the older version, and I'll just copy this URL. I hope you have copied that URL. So this URL. So I'll be copying this one entire URL, and I'll be just store in one const variable const URL, and I'll be wrap into a backtick so that we can insert the API key and app ID. So now we need this app key and app ID. So I'll be just copying here const your app ID equal to. So let's go into that recipe app website, get an API key, view, and this is the API key. Let's copy this one, paste it here, and yes, so we have our app ID. So this is the API key. Sorry guys, we need API key. So let's change to this your app key, and then we need app ID as well. So this ID we need. So we have all thing here. Now we need Axios here. So we have our Axios. Now I will write one function, export const get recipes, and it will receive an query, and it will be a async. So make sure it is an async, and await Axios dot get, and we are going to pass this URL, and in this URL, so we cannot directly pass the URL. So what we are going to do, we are going to put into the curly braces. So our URL will be here, and we don't need this part, so you have to remove this part up to this, and this query is going to here. Instead of chicken, it will be a query. So let's put into a template literal. So that's it for the API setup. So we are done with the API setup. Now let's work on the reducer part. So in reducer, I am going to import all type as a types from action type, and we need to define the initial state. So initial state will be recipes. It will be an array, empty array. There will be one error, null, and loading will be the false. And we are going to use a recipe reducer here. So const recipe reducer, and here we'll be having two things: state is equal to initial state and action, and we'll be having a switch case here, and action dot type. So we have a three cases here: fetch recipe start, fetch recipe success, fetch recipe failed. So we are going to write all these cases. So types dot fetch. So in case of start, not this way, so we are going to return. So I'm going to spread out state. Loading will be true. So that's it for this start case. And the other case, fetch recipe success, we are going to return. I'm going to spread out. In that case, loading will be the false, and the recipe state gonna be action dot payload. Now last case, fetch recipe fail. In that case, return state loading false. So in that case also I want loading to false, and the error state will be action dot payload. So our reducer is completed here. Export default recipe reducer. So now come to the root reducer. In root reducer, we need to import combined reducer from Redux, and we also need our reducer. So import recipe reducer, and now we are going to define our root reducer here. So const root reducer is equal to combined reducer, and we are going to access the reducer state using the data key. So here our reducer is registered with the data key, so we are going to access the state using data only from state. So we are going to access the reducer state using this data key. Now export this default root reducer. Now what you have to do, you have to come to store, and from store we need to import. So we need here apply middleware and create store. We need logger as well from Redux logger. We need create Saga middleware from Redux Saga. So remove this one. Import create Saga middleware, and we also need our root reducer, and we also need a Saga file. So we haven't write any logic as of now, so I'll be just writing this one. So it will be a root saga. So root saga from sagas only. So as of now, just do a comment here. Now cons middleware. So in middleware we'll be having a logger, and I'll be checking if process dot env dot node env is equal to development. So here we have to make it empty here as of now. So here it will be as an empty. Here we need our Saga middleware. So Saga middleware is equal to create Saga middleware. So the Saga middleware, now we need to put inside this array, middleware array, and we are checking if the environment is development, then we are going to push a logger, because logger is only for a development purpose. Now we are going to define store. So store is equal to create store, and inside store root reducer will be there, and apply middleware, and I am going to spread out middleware and Saga middleware dot run root Saga. So as of now, just write down and comment it, because we haven't created a Saga file here. So file is there, but as of now it is empty. Now we are going to export default store. So let's come over here in index.js file. So index.js file, we have to wrap the application with the provider. So provider we can get from React Redux, and provider, and we also need a store in order to provide the entire application state. In order to provide the application state to our entire application, so import store from Redux, not Redux, and it will be a store. And now I am going to wrap this application with the provider. Store. So here we are done with the Redux Saga setup in our application. So the next thing, we are going to write some logic here in our app.js file. So we need to define some state to read the input field from user. So search, set search, use state. So this will be empty, and we will have another state called query set query, and in query by default I am giving the query is chicken. So chicken I am giving by default here, and here we need to provide type. So type will be text, sorry, type will be text, will be on input field. So here type will be text and value will be search and on change will be like set search a dot target dot value. So let's import use state again. So import now. From here I need use state and use effect. So now we don't have any issue. So we are reading the user input in a search. Okay, so we have to define one on click method. So on click, it will be like update search. So once user has stopped writing into the search input field, then I am going to set the query here. So update search, because I don't want to make a API call again and again. So once user is completed the typing, and if he hits on search button, then I am going to set the query, and the query will be like our search value, and set search will be empty. So you can see that. Now go to the browser. So we got some issues, so let's go into the store. Store. So in store we have to remove this ampersand. So now let's go into browser. The slice reducer of key data return in the state. Okay, so why we are getting this issue? Because in reducer we haven't defined the default state, so we have to return the default state. So return state, because we are not dispatching any action type, so it doesn't match any action type here. So in that case we have to return the default state. So let's refresh. So now we are getting our input field, and if you type something like banana, so I am typing banana, so it doesn't work because we haven't write any logic in our Saga file. So first let's write the logic to fetch the recipe from our third party API. So in Saga we need, so import from Redux Saga effect. So from this Redux Saga effect we need take latest all put fork, sorry, so fork, and we need our call. So this many effect we are going to use in this file, and we also require action type our. So I'll be importing from action type, and we also need the API which we have placed in the API .js file. So this API we need, and we need from our API file. So get recipe. Now we need to define one generator function. So export function star on load recipe yield take latest. So take latest basically only consider the last click. So no matter how many times you click on the search button, it will only consider the last click, and it will cancel other API call. So if you like type something here, and if you click 4-5 times, so it will only consider your last click. So this is the advantage of using take latest over take every. So take every basically consider your every request, but take latest will cancel all requests and it will accept only last click. So I hope that makes sense to you. And if you wanted to understand in deep this all Redux Haga effect, so I have a whole tutorial on Redux Haga. I will provide the link in the description. You can go and watch every effect, and I have explained in detail in that tutorial. So you can watch that tutorial in order to understand all this effect in deep. So I'll be providing one more saga. So on load recipe async. So I'll create this one again. Export function on load async, and it will receive a payload from our component, and we are going to use try and catch. And here we are going to use const response is equal to yield call. So call is basically used to make a API call here. So we have our API ready here, get recipe, and we can pass the argument. So this API is receiving the argument as a query, so we have to pass the query like this way. So we are going to just pass the payload, and obviously you can also rename this one if you wanted to make as it is. So I'll be passing query here, so you can do that one as well. So in order to avoid some confusion, that's why I did this way. And if there is any error, so I will be working on error part later. So let's work on here in try. So yield, now we have a response, and from here I am going to dispatch an action using put method. So if everything goes well and we got the response back, then I am going to dispatch a new action with the fetch recipe success, and the payload will be like response dot data. And in case of error, we are going to dispatch a types dot fetch recipe fail payload error. Now we'll have to create one recipe saga is equal to, so I am going to fork this one on load recipe. So I have explained everything, this all fork, put, call, take latest. So you can watch my Redux Saga tutorial playlist, which I have given in the description link. So now export default and function, and this will be a generator again. So root saga yield all recipe saga. So we are done with our saga file. Now let's go back to the store. We have some comment here, so I am just going to do uncomment. So we have root saga in our saga.js file, and we are importing here in store, and we are running the saga middleware like saga middleware dot run. So now we are done with the store. So let's go with the app.js, and in app.js we have to use the use effect. So use effect, and this use effect only run when there is a changes in the query. So I am passing the query dependency into the array, and from here I am going to dispatch an action. So let's import use dispatch and use selector as well from our React Redux. So use selector and use dispatch. In order to dispatch an action, we have to store the use dispatch into a dispatch variable. So use dispatch, and from here I am going to dispatch an action. So again we need types here, type. So types, so let's import the type. So what I will do, I'll import type here, types from Redux and action type. Now in this dispatch we are going to write types dot fetch recipe start, and we are passing the payload, and it will be a query. So either you can do this way as well, so you can directly pass the query. So you can do this way as well, and if you are doing this way, then you have to adjust here as well. So query, so, and let's also put a console here. If you encounter any issue, so we can figure out. So query, so we have console log in our saga.js file, and this effect will only run whenever we change the query into the search input field. So let's give it a try in the browser. So I'll refresh it, I'll open my console, and we got failure. Okay, so because by default it should return some data, because by default we are passing the chicken here. So we have some issue. So let's go into the api.js and we have to basically return here. So we are not returning, that's why we are getting this issue. So we are not returning, that's why we are getting the issue. So let's refresh, and this time our H recipes success got dispatched successfully from Saga to reducer. Now check into the state, reducer state. So here we got the recipe. So in this hits we have got all the top 10 recipe of chicken. Now let's give it with a different recipe. So at this time I am giving banana, and let's also clear out this console and click on search. Now we got the recipe related to banana only. So you can see that this query got changed here. So we have integrated Redux Saga successfully in our React application. Now we have to display all this recipe in this form. So we can also do one thing here. So first we need to read the state. So in order to read the state, we have to use the selector here. So use selector we have to use. So use selector state dot data. So I'll just do a console. So I will show you how you can read the state from the reducer. So our reducer is registered with the data key here. So if you look at the root reducer, so our recipe reducer is registered with the data key. So that's why I have given state dot data. Now console dot log and do a state. So let's go into browser and in state we got the recipe here. So we are going to directly destructure the recipe here. So we are not going to do this way, we are just going to destructure the recipes. And for now I can just show you all the recipe in a list item. Later I will remove this one. So let's give recipes dot hit, not reducer. So recipes dot hits, recipe dot hit, and after that I will be using map here, item, and in item I am going to write one h4 tag. And if you look at that, so we have some issue here. Let's remove this console. Let's refresh it again. And if you look at the object here, recipe hits, so we are going to read this recipe object again. So what we are going to read, item dot recipe dot label. So we will having some label here. So this is the label. So let's read that label. So item, so we have to target item dot recipe. Inside that recipe we have an object, so recipe dot label. Yes, so let's refresh it and go to the browser. So you can see that we are getting our top 10 recipe here. And if you give graphs here, and if you search with the graph, you can see that our recipe got changed here, and it returned with the top 10 grapes recipe. So now let's build this UI with the help of Material UI. So in order to build this UI, we have to refer the Material UI website, and first we are going to use this grid, and in this grid we are going to use this one. So few codes we have to copy. So you have to copy just this one, and let's go back here and remove this one. So I'll be copying here outside, and just comment this one as of now, and we need to close the grid as well. So I'll be closing grid here, and after doing this all thing, you just cut out this thing and put outside the form, and we need to define this style as well. So we need this style, and here we are going to paste the style outside the functional component. And since the style is same, so here style is matching, so I'll be giving here grid styles, and the same class name we have to give. So the class name will be like grid classes, and we are going to use grid classes only here, and we don't need the paper here, and here we need this recipe. So instead of this, it will be recipes, and recipe dot hits, then recipes dot hits dot map. Then now we are going to use the our card component here. So here we have to specify the spacing to and so let's go into browser. So we don't have any issues, so we are checking. So okay, we have some issues. So we have to define this grid actually. So we haven't imported the grid, so let's import the grid. So I'll be just referring the Material UI and just copy this one. So this only we need. So we have imported the grid. Now let's go into browser, and we don't have any issue. So we are getting some issue, 2 children with the same key. Okay, no problem. So in app.js we are going to use the item, and it will be the item, and now we are going to use the card component, and here we are also going to use the index. So index, and instead of item I am going to use index, so that we can avoid that error. So let's go and see. we don't have error now. And so now let's move on towards the material UI. So in material UI we are going to use the card. So this is the card, and we are going to use this card. So what we have to do here, we have to copy all this thing, and I will modify later. So for now I'll be just copying everything whatever we have here, and I'm going to paste here. We will modify this whole thing, so you don't have to worry about. So I'll be just removing everything. Let's remove this whole content and leave as typography as it is. We will have our own content here in the typography. This also we don't need, and let's remove this one as well. Now what we have to do, we have to first import all this component. So I'll be copying everything, and I will just paste it in our component. So we have everything component, so all component we have imported. Now we are going to change this. So the title should be like, so the title, in title will be having a item dot recipe dot label. So we are going to display the label, and in subheader what we will have, we'll have one icon. So I'll be writing one span tag here, and inside span tag I'll be importing one icon, direction run icon. Okay, so this icon we need. So direction run icon we need here, and after that I am going to display the calorie. So item dot recipe dot calories. So if you are wondering, then I'll show you the object. So we have the object here, and we are displaying all the content from this array of object. So each array of object have a recipe object. Inside that we have a calories label, we have a label, and we are also going to use the image, and we will be using the ingredients as well. So this 3-4 stuff we are going to use from this recipe object for each array of object. So now we need this icon as well, so it doesn't import automatically. So import direction run from material UI icon direction run. So from direction run I am importing the directions run icon, so it will be as here, and make sure also to change as here. And let's also give the image here. So image will be item dot recipe dot what we have image. So image, I think we have the same name, image only. So image. So I am going to just copy this style. So let's copy this style for the card, and I'll be just paste over here, and I will change this style, use style, because it's already taken for the search input and button. So this name I will be giving card style. And guys, this was not uses in our component, so here we need to give the grid style, and we also going to use the card style as well. So I will be giving card classes equal to what we have given, card style. So this is the card style we have given, and we are going to replace each style in the card with the card classes. So this is the card, so we are going to use the card classes avatar here also. And I think that's it. So the title will be, we are going to give the label. So I'm just going to copy this one and paste it. So let's go into the browser to check if there is any issue or not. So we still have some issue, okay, because we haven't defined all this thing. So we have to declare state expanded. So first let's define this handle expand click. So I'll be just define, and let's define the expanded as well. So const expanded and set expanded, and this will be by default. So by default it will be false. So now let's go into browser and check if there is issue or not. So we don't have any issue, okay, but this card style is little bit off. So I'm going to give some style to this card so that we have a proper width and height here. So let's go up, and here instead of max width I'm just going to use the width here, and that's it, I guess. Let's see. So now we have equal style of width and height of each card, and the next thing we have to implement, like we have to work on this expand one. Okay, so let's go and work on the expand part. So we wanted to expand the card only at one time. So in the handle click, this handle click will receive the index, and let's go into the on click, and on click here we also have to use the classes hour. So it will be card style dot expand, card style dot expand. So make sure to change this class name here, classes. So in handle expand click, handle, and I'll be passing the index here. So we have to basically open this card at a one time, so it's not like now we are going to work on this handle expand click. So basically we wanted to collapse card at a one time. So let's go into this function, and we have to define one more state before we start working on this. So const card value, and it will be a set card value use state, and let's make it empty. And inside handle expand click, I am just going to set the card value and store the index here. Now what we have to do here, so in collapse we have one collapse component. So this collapse component we have to write like this way. So we have already index, so index if matching with the card value after clicking on the handle expand click, then we are going to use this expand. So expanded, so we can see that in browser. So let's refresh and let's expand this one. So it's not working, so let me check what is the issue here. So we don't have anything inside that, that might be the problem. So let's give something inside the cart content. So we have ingredients here, so ingredients, and after that we have a item here. So let's remove this one, and item dot recipe dot ingredient. So ingredients dot map item equal to, and we are again going to use typography here, and it will be a paragraph, and we are going to read the text here. So if you look at in the console, so I'm just going to show you what we are going to display. So in each recipe we have a recipe object, and each recipe object we have the ingredient, and in ingredient have a array. So we are going to read the text here. So ingredients have an array of object, and in array of object we are reading this text. So let's save this one and see if we are getting this one or not. So let's click on this, still not working. So let me check, and this is styling also not working. So ideally it should be here, so it's not there. So let me see that issue. So guys, we are not ogling the expanded state here, so the state is still false, so that's why we are not getting that collapse working. So the collapse is not working due to the expanded state is not ogling. So let's do that one, set expanded, and it will be the just opposite. And regarding that collapse icon, we can So we can use here card classes actually, so that's why it was not working. So card classes. Now let's go into the browser and just close this one, and now let's click on this one. So now the collapse is working, and you can also give a variant here. So let's give a variant here, a proper variant to the heading. So where we have used, so we can give a variant here. So variant can be h3 here. So let's go refresh it. So it's a little bit big, so give it 5. I think 5 will be fine. Refresh it. Yes, it is fine now. And let's take this one as well. So we are getting different ingredient for each recipe, and let's also see the other recipe working or not, like grapes. So if I'm giving grapes, let's see working or not. So we are getting the updated recipe with the grapes, and we are also getting the ingredient as well. So guys, we have built this recipe here with the help of Redux Saga in our React application, and I hope guys you have enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, then please press the like button and subscribe the channel as well. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Bye bye.